rebounding for him, I noticed his head moving to the side like this during his shooting stroke. At first, I told him to keep his head still. That didn't work. I then tested for a dominant eye. He was right-handed and yet had a very dominant left eye. To compound this problem, he had been taught at an early age to line the ball up with his right foot, right knee, and right shoulder as if he was extremely right-eye dominant. Unaware of it himself, he was moving his head to the right in order to get his aiming eye closer to his shot line. The solution was simple. Instead of moving his head, I moved his shot line closer to his left eye. This was as simple as asking him to set the ball here instead of here. Immediately, there was no head movement, and immediately his accuracy and consistency went up. Now, that kind of immediate feedback might not happen every time. But when I see side-to-side head movement, I check the player's eyes and adjust the shot pocket horizontally.
How to train on a line.
Back to training on a line. Now that your shot line is properly positioned between your feet, get set to shoot like you learned in Chapter 1. If you're by yourself, use a line that runs along the floor and up a wall. As a reminder, be sure to leave the ground. This is your jumper, not your free throw. Put enough arc on the ball that it hits the wall on its way down. This way, the ball will return to you while you pose. Your goal is to hit the line on the wall or get as close to it as possible. If you have a partner, line shooting is even easier. You both line up on the same line with enough distance that the ball can bounce once between you. Let the ball bounce at least once in order to see how close your shot landed to the line. After all, the goal is to hit the line on the floor, dead center between you and your partner. Now, let's look at the advantages of line shooting.
Advantages of partner training.
Training with a partner allows you both to check and correct each other's shot form. Tell your partner if he forgot to hold his follow-through, his feet are turned, or if you notice any other glitch. No rebounds means no time spent chasing missed shots, which means more repetition in a shorter amount of time. Since you're not worried about the ball going in the basket, line shooting makes it easier to concentrate on your form. It's easier to experience success at line shooting than it is shooting on a go. This is a huge benefit for young players. On a go, beginners will judge success only by makes and misses. That can stifle good shot development if they begin to favor some shortcut to get the ball up on the rim. But when training on a line, players can see themselves quickly becoming successful at a number of things, including keeping the ball straight, going up and coming down balanced, coordinating the release of the ball with their feet coming off the ground, or framing their partner through their arms as if they were the go. A ranked beginner can experience some degree of success right away when line shooting. And remember, the more success players can experience, especially early on, the more encouraged they'll be to continue practicing and shooting with perfect form. Line shooting even has an advantage for coaches. If a coach has a large group of players and only a couple of goals, line shooting with partners can guarantee a lot of reps for everyone at the same time. Not only is line shooting great for training the basic shot form from Chapter 1, but it's perfect for training all the footwork from Chapter 2 as well. Watch as our line shooting partners train every aspect of perfect shooting technique from Chapters 1 and 2.
Partner training demonstration. Proper grip, wrist set, shot pocket, straight back, bent limbs, feet under shoulders. Time hands and feet together. Pose. See between your arms. Both arms extended. Wrist broken. Guide hand, chop. Feet under your shoulders. Step up square with your right foot. Step up square with your left foot. Step up square with your right foot from a pass. Step up square with your left foot from a pass. 1 left dribble. Step up with left foot. 1 right dribble. Step up with right foot. 1 hand dribble. Pivot square up, left foot. 2 left hand dribble. Pivot square up, right foot. 3 off your right foot, catch a pass in the air, shoot off 2 feet. 4 off your left foot, catch a pass in the air, shoot off 2 feet. 5 off your right foot, catch a pass and get square in the air, shoot in a hop off 2 feet. 6 off your left foot, catch a pass and get square in the air, shoot in a hop off 2 feet. Chapter 7, Training Your Vision.
I've always been amazed at the relationship between the eye and the brain and what goes on between them every split second. For example, in Byte Computer Magazine, Dr. John Stevens says that it would take the Cray supercomputer a minimum of 100 years to simulate what takes place in your eye many times every single second. Now, consider how much more goes on between the eye and the brain when the demands of the game require a basketball player to constantly read the 9 other players on the floor with his or her peripheral vision, and then in an instant, when they decide to shoot, transition from a wide-angle type of vision to a tiny target on an 18-inch rim. And some players even continue to read their teammates with their peripheral vision on their way up during their shot motion, just in case they see a wide-open teammate at the last moment before shooting. What this means is that you're giving your eyes less than 1 second to calculate the distance and direction, make adjustments, and keep the ball on your shot line. Because of these extreme demands on your eyes, you'll find it helpful to spend time training your eyes to narrow their focus to an even smaller target than the entire 18-inch rim. Your shot line has its endpoint in the bullseye of your target, the center of the rim. So, to be more specific, you'll be training your eyes to focus on where your shot line finishes. Remember, if you aim big, you'll miss big. If you aim small, you'll miss small. If you aim at the entire rim and miss your target, then you've missed the shot. But if you aim at the tiny bullseye and miss, well, you can miss by as much as 5 or 6 inches and still make the basket. So, how are we going to accomplish this training? Well, a typical goal has 7 net holders welded on the underside of the rim, but the number really doesn't matter. Just line yourself up at a comfortable distance until one of the loops is dead center on the rim from where you are. Picture your shot line going up and coming down just over the rim on the same line as the loop. For a certain number of training shots, don't take your eyes off that tiny loop, not even to catch the pass. Get a partner that will give you an accurate and soft pass straight to your hands in your shot pocket. Watch and catch the pass with your peripheral vision, because I want you to keep all your concentration on that tiny bullseye. Once you begin to feel the eye strain, give your eyes a break and move to the next loop. In this manner, you can complete your training by working yourself all the way around the rim using each loop holder as a tiny bullseye. Save this eye training drill to the end of a workout. This is not a game speed kind of drill. This is a take your time and concentrate drill. I'm always amazed at how a player's accuracy goes up during this drill. And if your accuracy goes up, and it will, then don't worry about explaining it. That's something that even our best scientists can't do. Simply accept that there's something going on with your eyes and your brain that you can sharpen and train over time